home after a trip to the hospital. He fell out of his mother's moving car and was almost run over. Police say the mom was being held on $100,000 bail, but she posted bond. Henry Chang is the aftermath from Orange County.
The big black SUV viral video is parked in front of the
At home after a trip to the hospital. He fell out of his mother's moving car.
Maybe trying to kill him.
It
was an accident.
Investigators confirmed the 19-month-old boy being found on the front door of his mother's car, with speech for injuries consistent with the fall, and has since been released from the hospital. Police also confirming they arrested Fernandez at her home on Saturday for felony hiding. This people sent the video to police, and the incident which shows Fernandez stopped her car then scooping her son off the street at Malvern on Tuesday morning. But the back of the car behind them turned and they broke. Now that the Tanzania, a mother of four, saw the video and shared it with police. This one was near Hernandez did not want to be identified for his privacy. He says he's known her for years and is coming to her defense.
We all know that's not what you do, so sometimes we do make mistakes, and I can only say there's no way that will happen again with us. No way.
How do you tell? How do you tell me?
The Orange County District Attorney's Office confirms that the investigators are now reviewing that case. Some of the biggest social media platforms are on trial in a landmark case in downtown LA. They say that children are suffering an unprecedented mental health crisis, and accuses companies like Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, as well as TikTok, Snap, and YouTube, of being addicted and dangerous to young people. Lawyers say TikTok and Snap have already settled their lawsuits.
They going crazy, the new generation.
On trial. The company recognizes
they losing their mind.
The same thing that a slot machine does. The company recognized that in a sense they were cigarettes for the eyes. Jury selection began today in a trial that is expected to last 7 weeks. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg among those expected to testify. In a statement to NBC News, the Meta spokesperson said in part, "We strongly disagree with these allegations and are confident the evidence will show a long."
It got to be a cutoff time, that's all. It's like a few hours.
Providing young people with a safer, healthier experience has always been core to our work. The allegations in these complaints are simply not true. Right now we want to head back outside and take a live look from the University of City Corner. We're going to see the bigger back with another check of our forecast.
Because they got all this keep it cool shit, fans, and it's different. Remember back in the day, that shit used to get hot on us. Look, remember what we used to do? Look, we like, hold up, man, hold up. Put it back in. Now, look, that shit just play for 24 hours. Leave the game on. I'm going to the store. Back then, you know, shit overheat on your ass. You mad?
I didn't play games, so I see my cousins do it though. Can't be like, yeah,
rainfall from this weather system, even though it's raining and snowing in parts of Northern California, it's just far too dry for us to get anything. So we'll get the capacity back to the day. And it's only get to 4 o'clock, we are starting to see the back edge of the cloud cover. In fact, as we go let's look over the wind speed. The Jackson is 9 o'clock in the morning. You can see what I'm talking about here. We're starting to develop an offshore wind. So it's a weak Carolina wind across the wind-cut areas of LA and Ventura counties, as well as the Miguel Empire, south of Collin Pass, and across the Carolina Mountains. Now, this will be just enough of a breeze to help temperatures out. That's why we go from about the mid-70s for tonight, maybe the upper 70s and low 80s on Thursday. This window will actually be doing better. And with that high liquid temperatures in about the mid-70s for tomorrow, in the valley, 70s for Summit, and much warmer to end the week. Also, Valley times, very similar, mid-70s inland, we're looking at the 60s there. And for the base in San Diego Valley, we will stay cooler than what we have for today in a few temperatures start to fall back down a little bit as we enter the start of next week. Guys, on top of you forecast down below, you see some of the breezy conditions coming our way for Thursday and Friday. That's the offshore wind. Got temperatures up to low 80s before we cool off a bit as the wind relaxes getting into the start of next week. Temperatures on top of you, that's the forecast down below. Mid-60s for tomorrow. Warming up to about the upper 50s, low 70s by Friday and Saturday. We'll cooler as we get into the start of next week, but 100 degrees still. And here's our look to the mountains. We've got those low to mid-50s for the next couple of days. And that's about where the forecast is going to hold all the way into about the middle of next week. That's what we can forecast.
Welcoming the new offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel.
This is an unbelievable opportunity that I'm happy to go seize and work with a bunch of like-minded people to go play some more football games and get really take advantage of all of the human talent on the field and off the field that this organization has.
McDaniel spent 4 years as a Dolphins head coach. He's one of the young, innovative minds in the NFL. His offensive schemes emphasize speed, spacing, and quarterback-friendly concepts.
We want to create a system of offense that really teaches their skill set and also games and be their best in December and January. Whether you're trying to get into playoffs or we're in the playoffs, we're going to have an offense that evolves to the point that our most consistent self and our best self will be done.
It's going to be fun. McDaniel interviewed for a number of head coaching jobs. There's all sorts of some things he can into in the future, but for now, he's happy to be back on the West Coast and working with Jim Harbaugh. So this is a joke. In the eyes of some NFL reporters that happen to be Hall of Fame voters, Bill Belichick has not done enough to get into Captain Hollywood stride. 8 Super Bowl wins, 6 coaching the Patriots, 2 more as the new coordinator for the Giants. Belichick falling short on his first crack at the ball. This could be some sort of punishment for Chargers and the Patriots. It's going to be one heck of a season for USC baseball next week. Football schedule. We're going to be starting in late September. The Gators host Oregon, Washington, then hit the road for Penn State battling Jonathan. The Giants are going to face the UNC season there. Halloween at the College in Ohio State and Indiana, November 14th. That's on the road. Clippers and Jazz. Kawhi Leonard is thrilled to be spending his season in Salt Lake City. You know who was feeling it? Chris Dunn. He comes up with the steal. Easy root on the other end. Dunn fielding the long ball as well. Here he is. First up is Scott Dunn. The Clippers rolling in the fourth quarter. Up by 15 when Kawhi Leonard fires away from downtown. He had 21. The Clock 2015 scoring 20 or more points. 9 wins in their last 10 games. What the team got to get my boys. Now I'm going to have coffee with boys.
The listen, the official say we extended the model and prioritize its safety. It's going to set the treatment targeting on the FAA. Airways flight lost a tire after takeoff. So it's really
President Trump tries to turn down the temperature in Minneapolis, promising what he's calling a big investigation. The sudden shooting death. A senior administration official tells NBC News the president has grown increasingly disturbed by images of the violence taking place on the ground in Minneapolis, adding he doesn't want chaos unfolding on his watch.
Three administration officials also confirmed the president met with Homeland Security Secretary Quincy Jones and top aide Corey Lewandowski last night at the White House. No, I think she's doing a very good job. Good morning, totally secure. But today, the president contradicted initial statements by his deputy chief of staff, Stephen Miller, who called for the assassin.
I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had two fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff.
DHS says 13 to protest federal agents armed with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun and 2 extra clips of ammunition. Video shows he never brandished it at officers. Gun rights groups, including the NRA, have strongly pushed back on the idea that legal gun owners cannot carry a firearm at a protest.
That for years, Republicans have accused Democrats like President Obama and Biden of wanting to take guns away from law-abiding citizens. But as you heard, today it was President Trump who backtracked on the Second Amendment, saying people, quote, can't have guns, but they can't walk into protests with guns. This is a big change from his position during both terms as president and on the campaign trail. In 2021, 1 week after Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted of murder charges for killing 2 people at a protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, President Trump invited him to Mar-a-Lago, posting this photo while calling Rittenhouse a, quote, really good guy. Rittenhouse was carrying an AR-style semi-automatic rifle to that protest. Meantime, the official White House website says the Second Amendment is, quote, an indispensable safeguard of security and liberty. Here's what President Trump said at the White House back in August and April of last year.
I have an obligation to protect the Second Amendment. I read the Second Amendment among many other things, and I will always protect the Second Amendment. And so you protect the Second Amendment versus Willowwood.
Federal Recent posted a video of the president's comments today with the caption, NRA, do you agree? So far, no response by the National Rifle Association to that statement, but the group did say it believes all law-abiding citizens have a right to have guns legally. It's time for a check of our weather here. So take a live look from our camera at Top Mount Wilson. Meteorologist David Bigger standing by with a first check of the forecast. David.
And Jonathan, it was a really nice day once again across the region today with temperatures above average for this time of year. We should be generally in the upper 60s, but we have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s today with 77 degrees in downtown LA, 75 in the Surfside, 72 degrees in Temecula, as well as LAX, and 70 degrees in Oxnard. Take a look at satellite and radar combined. You can see we have a weather system that's pushing into Northern California. It's bringing some rain and even some snow to the mountains. And as you start to work your way to the south down here, you'll notice less green and just cloud cover. And essentially, that's all we're looking at coming our way. Just some clouds. We go through today and into tomorrow. Then we'll go up for a warming trend. Here's what we're looking at as we go through the next couple of days for Chino. You can see temperatures tomorrow mid-70s for similar to today. Then we jump into low to mid-80s for a couple of days before temperatures come back down for the start of next week. I'll show you the passing clouds as well as what's behind part of the warming trend coming up in just a couple of minutes. Back to you, Jonathan.
We'll see you then, David. Thank you. Still ahead for us here at 11, a toddler in this car one moment, in the street the next. Where we're learning tonight about the boy's condition and where his mother is. In social media on trial in downtown LA, which platform settled when the jury was seated and had
people said I didn't look like your average football player. He had more of an accountant look, and I saw the field differently. And when I started wearing Robbie Parker glasses in middle school, it all just clicked. All of a sudden, you treat playbooks on the bus. I think it did some things from that. There's also a great mentor. I think it was less. Yep. Maybe.
Big Exit provides soothing, non-medicated food Easy to apply with a whole. Big Exit. And try Baby Shower Max for soothing big savers.